Good morning, traders, and this is your Forex setups for today. So it has been a couple of complaints about the visibility of the video. So just trying to clean up the charts, make it a lot cleaner, and probably a good idea because it forces us to focus on price action. So I don't really have any pairs to get to today, nothing really that stands out, but I think what I'm going to do is just run through my typical morning analysis with you in this video, so you can see how I look for opportunities and how I make note of them. I think the first thing just to bear in mind is that yesterday Euro had some good news and then basically tried to erode all the good news, and then we bounced up again. So there's a lot of up and down, a lot of confusion, big up, big down, big confusion that's in the market. We do have data coming out shortly, so I'm not in any trades at the moment. We'll wait for the afternoon session before we start looking at anything. So typically what we start doing is, you can see all the pairs that I typically watch, majority of all the majors and a couple of other pairs, and then the Dow, the DAX, and the S&P. That's pretty much what I look for. Okay, so just starting off with EURUSD, I think this breakout here is still interesting me. Okay, and there is another area that we just need to get through before we clear this hurdle, and that is 1.10206. So don't quite like this rejection bar on the 8 hour off this level. So typically what we'll do is drill down to the hour and just see where the levels are, and to see. And you can see it does look like a fairly decent buy. This area here, in actual fact, right where we are now, does look like a buy, and the stop would be something like that. So that's a 240 point stop loss, but this major level above me wouldn't get me in on this trade, so nothing really there. Pound USD, same kind of thing, big up, big down, big confusion, not interested in that at all. Okay, there's two ways this can play out, which is why I'm not interested in it. The first way is there was the swing low fractional, and we're rejecting it at the moment. If I look to the left, you'll see quite a bit of support here. Now, if I go to the 8 hour, you'll see we made a higher high, we made a higher high, we made a lower high, or higher low, sorry, and we have a trend line here. So, yeah, I have a very, very strong suspicion that we are anticipating a breakout for the dollar in one direction or the other. So I'm a little bit reluctant to try get into dollar pairs just yet until that breakout is confirmed. And that was down. Now, is this a change in direction for a trend up? It's just confusing. I'm not really interested in it. You can see same scenario on US dollar, Swiss franc moving swiftly along. The US dollar, Japanese yen, I still believe there is this inverse head and shoulders here. We are hovering on this area right now. Nothing really transpiring on the hour. Pure sideways at the moment, so looking to stay out of that as well. Euro Aussie dollar, big down, big up, big confusion. Nothing really transpiring there. If that tickles my fancy anyway. The trend is slightly up, but to me, I think there's just an air of breakout anticipation, if I can coin it that way. So most of the currency pairs that I'm looking at anyway, there are some kind of structures forming, and it's typically some kind of consolidation structure. Okay, so this could be double top, got a breakthrough here, or it could just be a range, got a break to the upside. So there's your two levels, 1.66127 to the downside and 167,121 to the upside. So yeah, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar was in this trade early in the week, didn't really do anything for me, and got a bit of this long missed out on the rest of it. But anyway, by the looks of things, this is looking like it is turning. But again, we're bouncing up through levels, bouncing down below levels. We're not respecting anything. We're going sideways. Nothing really that we need to pay attention to there. Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, that's been a pretty big move down. Let's just have a look here on the 8 hour. That would interest me today. We do have some Canadian data coming out as well. Let's get back to the hour. That does look interesting. Let's just put an alert in here. Okay, so what I'm doing, guys, I'm just waiting for... I want to see what happens when price gets back to this area. If it rejects this area, I'm interested in a short with a stop above this this area. So this area is 0.91306. Do have Canadian data coming out this afternoon as well. So maybe we'll get a continuation of this big move down. That's something worth watching for. Where are we now? Canadian dollar, Aussie dollar, Swiss franc. Big up, big down, big confusion again. 8-hour trend is up, but yeah, don't like that at all. Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, same picture, not interested in it. Swiss franc, yen, pretty much sideways to up. We started the week so well in the Forex markets. There were so many opportunities, and now we're kind of like big moves up, big moves down, and we're kind of just staying static, treading water. Euro pound was pretty much the same. It's been very much up and down. That does look like a breakout brewing, doesn't it? It's yeah, there you go. So what we're looking for is a break above 0.90. Okay, so we're looking for 0.90. We can get above that and hold that, flip that into support. That would be a fairly decent area to look for a long. So in other words, I want to go past it, come back to it, and then get long. Okay. Would I look at a short at this? Probably not. Reason being, trend is up. Okay. And see, as far as I'm concerned, this is a big move up, created a new high, which has taken out a lot of the previous lower highs. And we just created a higher low at the moment. So with the double pin bar, tweezer bottom, but we're right at a level with data coming out, not worth trading it. Want to see a breakthrough, pull back onto 90, and then we can look for something here. Another one worth putting an alert in. Okay. There was another one that we were looking at, Euro Swiss franc. That was one that was interesting me yesterday. So again, similar kind of picture. You see, we had this move, a bit of a flag, and now we have probably the flag target going to get pinned properly here. Okay, so that's our flag target. If we look to the left, we'll see flag target lines up with some support. I just want to go to a higher time frame here, and let's just get some. Okay, so you can see on the daily, we've broken through, come back to test the level, and if I use that level there, well, we've got multiple levels that we tested, but this is pretty much the area we came back to test, which was 1.058. And this does look like move, consolidation, another move. I would be interested in something here. I really would be interested in something here. This is another one worth watching. The Euro Swiss franc. So I just want to get this chart. I'll make sure that I don't forget that one. So what we're looking for here, by the looks of things, we're going to be looking for longs. So we do have a level forming here. We've got another one up there. I've got a measured move up there, but what I want to do is do that. So I'm looking for a breakthrough, pullback, retest, and then opportunity for long. Okay. And there wasn't really much else that we were looking at here. The only other one that I actually want to look at is pound Japanese yen. And need to get to the hour here. Okay, so we are coming up to this pretty big level here. Slap bang in the middle of all this chaos. You can see above it, below it, above it, below it, above it. So this area here, which is 131.917, is pretty much the area that we need to pay attention to. But I want to see a rejection of it one way or another, whether it's to the upside or the downside. And we're not seeing that. And we're seeing price go past it, come down below it, go past it, come down below it. So we get below this area here, because we have created sort of a lower high, another lower high, lower lows. So if we get below here, make another lower low here, come back and test this area of 131, that would be an area that I would be looking to get short. Okay, so yeah, so not much opportunities. There are 3 brewing, and I think that's pretty much my outlook for today. We'll wait for the data to come out and see what happens. Not going to trade during the data release, not going to trade in the first 15, 20 minutes after the data is released. Once the dust is settled, then we will get in to see what's going on. And the pairs that we've actually marked will be the ones, we'll wait for those alerts to trigger and then go have a look what's happening on those pairs. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's pretty much how I run through the charts on a morning basis. Probably takes me about the same amount of time as well. If it's not glaringly obvious, then I'm not really interested in trading it. It's got to be a breakthrough of an obvious area and a retest of that breakthrough before I'll even start looking at any form of structure. Okay, anyway, hope it helps, and we will catch you later. Cheers for now.